Next, Big Hesty. Heston Paige, University of Colorado Boulder for football. Coach Johnson and Coach Neeson are going to speak on his behalf.
Whatever. You tell me. You're right. I'm here. Okay. Before I get going on Heston here, you know, and some other people brought it up earlier, it is amazing to be on this staff, not only as a coach, but also as a teacher. I've had all but one of these people up here that I've either coached or had in class, and that makes you proud. And congratulations to all of you. And you know, just something about that, and to know that you had a chance to know some of these awesome people. So, Mr. Heston Paige here. You know, I think you need to start off just saying that something that really applies to Heston, but I think applies to all offensive linemen. Nobody cares more about their team. Okay? Nobody, you know, is more unselfish than offensive linemen. And for some reason, our media and people don't know very much about the game. They don't understand that at all. And if there's one person that we've had here that is the most unselfish, cared the most about his teammates, and wanted to do well and worked as hard as he could, and is just probably one of the very nicest kids that I've ever coached. And Mom and Dad, you should be proud of that, because that's partly because of you, okay, is Heston Paige. And obviously the talent is immense, because he's going to go get to play at, you know, a Division I program where you know, not very many people get the opportunity. But you know, I think one of the things that stands out to me most about Heston is that I think every kid that we've had be a D1 signer here, and I'm getting pretty old and have done this for a while, so we've had a few. Every one of them, I think, has had some second thoughts and talked to some coaches after their commitment and some things like that. And I don't think we had anybody decommit or anything like that. But you know, they've listened and talked to some people, and Heston was so firm. I mean, made his decision. He was sticking with that. I mean, he wasn't talking to anybody, and that just shows the kind of commitment that, you know, it's taken for him to reach this point. Okay, and you know, like I said, great opportunity for him, and sky's the limit. Look forward to seeing you, brother. Good job.
Congratulations to all of you, first of all. One thing that struck me that Coach Dolly was talking about was how much this place is such a great support system for you during your experience here and after your experience here. And I can testify to that firsthand. The support system here for me has been there. I graduated from here in 2006, and to this day, some of the same people who still supported me then as a student athlete support me now. And I look forward to getting to do that for our athletes now, not just the two sitting up here, but all of our players, because it really is just such a special place, and you don't really have to go to more than one other high school to figure out how special this place is. So I'm so happy that I've got to be a part of it, and to get to Coach Heston, man, I feel like I'm going to echo a lot of what Coach Johnson just said. But one thing that has struck me about Heston, there's no moment that's really too big for him. When he was a freshman, we brought him up to practice with us in the playoffs, and we were a pretty good football team that year. I think we might have been like 1 or 2 going into the playoffs, and I mean, the kid wasn't afraid at all. He was about this skinny at the time, about 6'2" and this skinny, and he had to go up against some really good players, and there was no fear, there was no quit, I mean, he gave it his all from day one, and he had to step in as a sophomore and start for us. He's a 3-year starter for us, and that's a tough thing to do, man. I mean, sometimes when you run the ball as much as we do, a lot falls on your offensive line. And one thing I've never heard from Heston is an excuse. The kid does not have an excuse in him. And that is what is going to serve him so well as he moves on to go play at CU. You're part of I think I heard top 25 recruiting class right now. I heard you guys talking about. That's pretty special, man. And that means you've got a lot of competition. And I know this kid's work ethic is there. Sometimes guys his size who have that size advantage in high school Sometimes they don't want to do squats because they're tall, it hurts their legs. They don't want to do power cleans because they're tall and they got to bend down really far. And they're always naturally stronger than everyone else, and they're always naturally bigger than everyone else. So they don't have to do those things. Heston does all of those things. All of those things. He's a weight room warrior. And that is going to serve him so well when he gets to see you, because he knows he's got some people to go compete with to earn a job up there. And I have absolutely no question in my mind he's going to do it. So it's been an absolute pleasure to coach both of you, and congratulations.
I'm not very good with speeches. Just kind of going to wing it. First off, I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank my dad for teaching me how to play football. He was my first coach all the way up to high school. He's always been willing to do the extra work, go with me to the field to work on things I need to work on. I'd like to thank my mom for taking me to all my practices, supporting me, obviously helping pay for everything because football's not cheap. And then I'd like to thank all my coaches for pushing me and wanting to help me to get better. I wouldn't be where I am without them today. I'd like to thank Coach Grimm because I worked with him the most. He's taught me a lot. I'd like to thank Coach Healy. He was my first high school coach, really taught me how to play. I'd like to thank all my friends, all my teammates. Zeke especially, congratulations, you're my running back. You're who I blocked for. That said, I'm proud to be a Buff, and thanks to everyone who's helped me reach my dreams.